Are you almost ready in there or what? You've been in there for over an hour now. Babe, come on. Open up. I know I said we weren't in a hurry, but I want to get there sooner rather than later. Okay, well, how much longer are you gonna be? Well, if I knew you clean up this good, I'd have suggested we do this date night sooner. Come here, you. Okay, I'll stop. But we'll continue this conversation later. Now, I know you don't like surprises, but I can't have you spoiling the surprise before we even get there. So, I kinda need to blindfold you. Babe, I know. But please, I swear it'll be worth the wait. You trust me, right? You know I wouldn't do something if I didn't think you'd like it. I promise I'll make it worth your while. Yay! Trust me, babe. You're gonna love this. Now, let's get you to the door before we put the blindfold on. I don't want to make you wear it longer than you have to. Okay. You ready? The blindfold isn't on too tight? And no peeking. Got it? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Watch your step. Yep, I got you. Don't worry. Okay. Here's the car door. Here, let me get that. Put your hand here. Nope, not there, not there. That's my tail you just grabbed, babe. I know. You didn't mean to grab that hard on purpose. It's okay, though. I got you. Don't worry. Babe, you aren't gonna smack your head on anything. My hand is here, alright? Okay, you're in. You got your seatbelt alright? Alright, perfect. Let's get going. I'm glad you agreed to date night this week. I'll tell you, this wasn't easy to pull off. Had to pull some strings and call in some favors to get everything prepped and prepared. Well, if I had wanted you to know where we were going, I wouldn't need to blindfold you now, would I? It's not far so to say. But I can tell you the view is going to be amazing. You just keep your eyes closed under there, alright? Don't ruin your surprise before we even get there. I'm curious though. Where do you think we're going? Any ideas? Nope, not there. Though, that was on my list of choices to pick. Oh god, no. Definitely not there. Remember, I said the view would be amazing. A hint, you say? You mean besides all the hints I've already given you? Alright then. How about a perfect little riddle, huh? That should keep you entertained a little bit longer. Wouldn't you say? Okay. Let's see. Okay, got it. I'm part of a group, but have no voice. Together we sparkle, but we have no choice. What are we? Oh, come on. You asked for a hint. I gave you a hint. Anything else, and I think I'd spoil everything. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Try again later. Are you even trying, or are you just saying random things, hoping something lands? Well, good news. You won't be left in suspense for much longer. Okay, watch your step. The ground is uneven here. It's okay. I got you. Just hold my hands and... Okay, you can take your blindfold off. Ta-da! Well, what do you think? Pretty romantic, don't you think? This was the spot where we first met. Haha. No, I don't think it's exact same spot. But this is at least the same beach where we first met. I even found the same dress. See? Still as form-fitting as the day we first met. I was out here working on a paper for my nature astronomy class. I was drawing some of the constellations during the spring equinox when you came up to me and asked what I was doing. We sat and stargazed for hours. Or you just listened to me ramble about the stars in the future. And And I knew it was at that moment this Neko met the perfect match. Figured we could recreate it to some degree. It's also why I said to keep it casual. We don't need to be all dressed up to go stargazing. Nothing worse than sand getting in where it doesn't belong. Now come. Sit down, sit down. I had to do a bunch of research to find the perfect spot. Do you want to put your head in my lap while we stargaze? I'll promise to keep my paws to myself. Isn't this nice? The cool ocean breeze dancing across our skin. The sound of the crashing waves along the coast. The roar and warmth of a fire. It's nice to get out of the city like this. It's hard to see the stars with so many artificial lights drowning out the natural beauty of the sky like this. Oh, right there. See that cluster of 7 really bright stars? That's Ursa Major, or the Great Bear, more commonly known as... Yes! The Big Dipper. You see the front part of the Dipper's bowl there? Those 2 stars are called Merak and Dubhe, and known as the pointers as they show the directions to Polaris, or more commonly known as the North Star. Fun fact, did you know Merak roughly translates to the loins of the bear, and Dubhe translates to the back of the greater bear? Okay, so from the pointers there, if we draw a line between them following the pointer stars to the south, we should see a backwards question mark somewhere around there. See that? That really luminous star there? That's Regulus, if I remember correctly. Regulus roughly translates to Prince or Little King. Do you know what constellation that one is? No, silly. That's Leo. You know, the lion that was killed by Heracles. It was the first of Heracles' 12 labors, remember? Okay, if you follow Regulus up and around, it makes a sickle. That curve right there. That outlines the lion's mane. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so from there, follow my finger for a sec. From Leo, imagine that the lion is looking a bit down eastwards. And find 2 stars. See how they kinda look like crab eyes? Do you see the legs surrounding the imaginary crab's body? Yeah, you got it. That's Cancer. Thinking of that makes me want to get some crab when we head home. Yeah, I know it's late, but still. Can you blame a Neko for wanting seafood? Fine, we'll go tomorrow then. Party pooper. Okay, so back to the sky. If we go all the way back to Big Dipper, if we follow the handle of the Big Dipper for a bit, we should see... Ah! There it is. That one right there. That's the fourth brightest star in the sky. If I remember correctly, it's the orange giant Arcturus. That constellation is called Bootes, which is a Greek word meaning herdsman or plowman. Arcturus is in correlation to the constellation. It's roughly the waist area of the herdsman. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, ready for another cool one? Okay, so follow the curve from the Big Dipper down over to where Arcturus is, and there. You should see... Yes, that's right! Spica. There's a few other stars in the Virgo constellation, but Spica is so easy to remember. Do you remember what deity Virgo represents? I'll give you a hint. She is the daughter of Demeter. That's right. Persephone, the goddess of harvest and fertility. Should we look for one more constellation before we call this date to a close? Alright, this one I think will be extra special then. There's a reason we came out so late tonight. This constellation takes a whopping 7 hours before it's fully visible, so you can understand why I showed you a few others before the main event. Okay, so we locate Cancer again. Yep, right there. So from there we need to go down, like, pretty far. Right about there. That cluster of 6 bright stars. It's kinda hard because it only has one bright star known as Alphard. Why yes, Alphard is also an orange giant. Have you been secretly reading my textbooks while I've been out shopping? I think you have been secretly looking up things trying to impress me. Anyways, like I was saying, that cluster around Alphard, that's Hydra. Much like Leo, Hydra is also from the 12 labors of Heracles. Hydra is the biggest constellation that is seen from Earth, containing a staggering total of 283 stars, and occupying over 3% of the night sky. We came out so late because it takes Hydra nearly 7 hours to fully rise into view. It goes from that little cluster and heads all the way around towards the east, like a big snake. See? I told you I knew a place with an amazing view. And you doubted your Neko girlfriend. I could read it all over your face on the way here. I'm glad you came out though. Really means a lot. Getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city and just living in the moment, you know? Well, we should probably pack up the fire pit and snacks. Gotta get back to said hustle and bustle eventually. Maybe we can sit out here just a little longer though. I'm not quite ready to head back. I want to enjoy this moment a little while longer.